All right. Today's session is about how to study in the US for free. It's actually how to study abroad overall, but I chose US as the main thing because US is the most complicated process. Getting accepted, the process itself is so huge. That's why if you prepare for the US universities, you can easily get accepted to other universities too. All right, let's start. By the way, before we start, I just want to give a quick overview about it. Actually, it is divided into three parts. So this is our first free webinar. So the second free webinar would be after a week, and the third one would be again after 2 weeks. So overall, we have three big major free webinars. And the first one, which is today's, we will cover introduction to admissions, some general stuff, and the second one would be specifically on the essays part, and the third one is about the activities, which is the big part of admissions. Okay, so let's start with numbers. This year, uh, actually, over 100,000 students, like Uzbek students, they study abroad, but they are not studying there for free. They are actually paying a lot of money to study abroad. So, as you know, the studying abroad is so expensive. We're not talking about just the tuition fees. We are talking about living expenses, the medical insurance, and all the stuff. Okay, let me quickly go over today's objectives. So what we will cover today. In this webinar, we will cover why we should even study abroad, the real reasons, who am I, like my name is Jaxongir, by the way, and I will give more information about me and why you should even work with me and why you should trust me with these admissions. And I'll show you three, like the third one, like the 7-step roadmap to top universities, like what we should do step by step to get accepted to top universities. It will be full guides on top universities. Another is scholarship opportunities. Basically, there are a lot of scholarship opportunities for Uzbeks, and day by day it's increasing, thankfully. So we will cover that too. And I will briefly introduce you the program that I built for those who are interested in studying abroad. And we will have live question and answer at the end. So this is basically today's plan. Okay, I'm pretty excited about. So let's start with the very basic question: why we should even study abroad? I mean, why don't we actually stay in our own country, right? Why we should even go abroad for four years away from our families in a stressful life with a different language, with a different culture? Why should we even go there? I really am interested in your own reasons, and everybody has a different reason. Please write your own reasons in the comment section. Okay. Um, but let me tell you the main reasons why people should go abroad, according to my opinion. There are many people, maybe they want to go abroad because they want to just get some good opportunities there, or they are tired from their own country, which is mostly the case in Uzbekistan, or they want better career growth, right? And the list goes on. But let's talk about the main reasons. Okay, the main reason why you should even go abroad is first of all, you should get world-class education because not every country has the same education system. But if you go to US, you can have different opportunities in different fields. So let's say you want to study aerospace engineering, right? If you want to study in Uzbekistan, unfortunately, you can't find these fields, so we don't have, I'm not sure, maybe we have it, but I'm not sure the prestigious one. And if you go to US, some technical universities, let's say like Princeton University, they offer aerospace engineering career fields as well as high prestigious courses in there. And not only that, not only the research opportunities, libraries, world-class experience, but you can also meet with people from different parts of the world. Then you make friends with them. You might become business partners. You might be co-workers with them. You might do some research from with different professors from different worlds, and so on. You might even have career levers because, as you know, if you, for example, go to the US, like we have the top 100 ranked top 100 ranked companies. We call them also like S&P 500. They are top 500. For example, we have Microsoft, Google, Apple, like all these like top and giant companies of the world. So you might get experience, hands-on experience in those companies too. And not only that, but you can also grow from the social perspective. So the biggest advantage you get there, the biggest advantage you get from the social perspective is you increase your worldview. Let's say you expand your worldview. But if you go to US, if your English is not that good, you can even become more fluent. You can be more independent because you are from your family, right? And not a lot of people are supporting you. You will learn how to handle stress, how to manage tasks. I mean, you will grow a lot. So these are the main reasons why people should even go abroad. But again, as I said, like different, there might be different answers. So, but these are the generic versions. Okay. Now, most people say like, I want to study abroad. It's great. I have all these reasons, but it's too expensive, right? Uh, I mean, as you know, like on average, if you go to universities, let's say on average, top universities they cost between 30 to $50,000 at least, like the tuition fee itself. We're not talking about housing, we're not talking about food or clothing, the ticket, medical insurance, right? All these expenses. So with that, it all adds up to over $50,000 at least, like annually, right? So for average Uzbek household, I think that's a huge expense. So what we can do is you might you might think like it's too expensive, it's even impossible for just an average family. But in fact, it is possible, and many people are actually going abroad with the opportunities that are available right now. So what are those opportunities? The good news is you can study at these universities for 100% free with tuition fee covered, housing, food, even the flights, even the hangout expenses covered too. And that is called full ride scholarship. And I will tell you more about it in this webinar. Okay, now let's see some quick statistics about the expenses at this university. So as you can see, the Columbia University, like it's almost like $89,000, and it's giving this much of financial aid. And you can see that Harvard, like on average, is like giving almost $75,000 in financial aid to students. So the list goes on and so on. So basically, the idea is if you get accepted to top universities, let's say these five top unis in the world, you can win financial aid. You can win what's called full ride scholarship too. Okay, as I said, you can go to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, MIT, Amherst, and the list goes on and so on. Because these universities cover your 100% financial aid. That's why these are the best universities. These are the best options. Okay, now we know exactly why we want to study abroad. Maybe it will become clearer as we go on. But let me quickly introduce myself. Who am I? Who is Mr. Jaxongir? Right? Uh, I actually, if we are talking about my education, I studied at a presidential school. I graduated as the first graduate from there, and after graduation, went to Turkey. I studied with Türkiye Bursları, and I got accepted to over 30, 40 universities of the world from different parts, from the US, from the England, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Germany, from other universities too. Um, I even got accepted to top 100 universities. For example, I got accepted to Purdue University, which was the top ranking university for mechanical engineering, which I want to study at the time. I also went to a lot of events. I've been in this industry for over 5 years already, like since 2020, since 2021. So I've been talking to a lot of like top admits, like who got accepted, their experiences, and I've been even coached by top admissions experts, right? So overall, I would say I know the ins and outs of the system. Like I know all the things about this admissions because I've been in this field for a long time. All right. Now let's see. Now we know exactly why we want to study abroad. You know who you are working with. Now let's see the roadmap, like what we should do, because a lot of students don't actually know what to do. They think just SAT and IELTS is the only solution. But you see, that's why like people with even 1600 SAT and 9 from IELTS, they're not accepted to universities. So I give you a very like logic of universities. Like, if you want to get accepted to top universities, their values and your values should match. And when you are the match for the university, basically you will be accepted despite your low scores. Yeah, I mean, low score is kind of an outlier, but what I want to say is, on average, you should aim for the top scores, but they are not the only thing. There is the rest of it. Okay, what are they? So to me, these are the main parts of application. So first, you have to choose the major, what you want to study. Second is you have to choose which country you want to study, which universities you want to study. After that, you have to build your profile, and you have to take care of the tests and scores, and essays and application, and financial aid, and visa and flight. So these are the main steps to getting accepted and studying at foreign university. Okay, let's start with the first step, which is choosing your major. All right. So some of you might already have like a clear path, right? You might already have the clear like vision, like who you want to be, what you want to do, which career to go with, right? If you're not sure about it, it's totally okay. So after a lot of like self-assessment, this would become clearer and clearer, of course. But my general recommendation here is just try to apply the three P's. Three P is basically one is passion, second is proficiency, and the third one is profit. So are you passionate about what you want to study? Let's say after 10 years, do you see yourself in that field? Are you ready to work in that field for free? The second is, do you have proficiency? So when I say proficiency, do you have the competency? Do you have the skills? Or can you develop the skills to get to that job? And the last one is profit. Can you make money from that? Or let's say, is there any people you know who make money from that? So if you have some kind of thing which is combining all the three, then you can confidently go and focus on that career. All right. Now the second major step, it is actually choosing the country and university. So my recommendation in here is try to choose the university and the country depending on your values. So everybody has different values. So you might have religious values, you might have, let's say, some cultural values, you might have some social values, right? You might have academic values. So it's all up to what you prioritize in life and choosing that country. But I think US is one of the best for many fields. That's why I decided to focus on US today. Okay, after you chose the country, after you chose some universities, like you made. By the way, when you are making a list of universities, you should aim for three things. One is reach, match, and safety schools. So you should have like the list of reach, match, and safety schools again. Because if you are only applying to top universities, which is not realistic, you will have less chances. So it's better to apply to top, middle, and lower ranking universities. So at the end, you increase your chances. Okay. Another step after we clarified the universities is building our profile. So what we should do and what are included in building our profile. So the first thing is activities. What are the activities that can match the university's values? So let's say university is looking for some sports team, right? And you are very good at, let's say, badminton or I don't know, I'm not sure, ping pong or something else. And as they want diversity in the class and in the university atmosphere, they might choose you, they might consider you. Other thing is passion projects. So passion project is, to be honest, a very, very huge and big topic. So passion project, I actually talk more about it in my program as well. It's basically something you do for the society, usually non-profit. It might be an enterprise, like you might start your own startup. You might do some research. You might do, let's say, some sustainable environmental project. I mean, the list goes on and so on. It's all up to you. And you have to show that you are a leader, so leadership skills. You have to show that you have awards and so on. So all these things make who you are, and you should actually show this profile in your admissions. And we will work on them as well. But the best one, the best profile is, I think, for top universities, it is Olympians. So if you have, prestigious roles like the, I don't know, places in the prestigious Olympiads like IMO or something like that. I mean, you will be automatically, let's say, almost get accepted to that university. Okay, now another thing, which is tests and scores. For international students, for us, we need, first of all, English test, English language proficiency test. It might be IELTS, it might be TOEFL, it might be Duolingo, it might be Suffer, and so on. But just for your understanding, I'm using IELTS as an example. Try to aim for 7 plus at least, because if you can get 7 plus, like that is the minimum and the maximum requirement. After that, nothing plays a role. Just seven is enough. So try to aim for seven at least for miles. And for the SAT, at least a 1400 plus. So try to aim at least 1400. But if you're applying to very top universities, I suggest you to get at least 1500. And other than that, you have to choose also AP courses. So AP course, why it's needed? Because it shows that you are studying in a rigorous and challenging academic curriculum. So depending on your major, you will choose the AP exams. Okay, now we took care of the essay and we took care of the scores, the profile. Another huge part of the application is essay and application itself. So the common like application tool we use to apply to university for American universities especially is Common App. So we fill out our details, let's say our personal info, contacts, our relationship, activities. We put our essays and apply to universities we desire. So this is the application tool we use. There is another one also other than Common App like Coalition App and UCAS and so on. And for the essays, we have a lot of essays. So, guys, I want you to understand one thing. Essays, when people say essays, like for the admissions, for the colleges, it's not like IELTS writing, all right? So, it's totally different. It requires a lot of time. I want you to understand it takes at least 3 4 months to write a very good reflective essay. And we have a lot of different types of essays that we need to write for the universities. It might be a personal statement. It might be supplementals. It might be common app essays. It might be just specific essay questions of each university. So every university has different questions for the university for the essays. But we will talk about it in the next week, so don't worry about it. Okay, now we took care of everything. Here's the problem. Even if you get accepted to the any university you want to study, the problem is finance. I think most probably you don't have a good financial situation, so that's why we apply to financial aid. So we have different types of financial aid. It might be need blind, we have need aware, merit, and so on. But for the international students, we want need blind. So need blind means, let's say your annual family income is less than $65,000. So the universities, once you get accepted to need blind universities, they cover your full tuitions. They might even give you housing, foods, and other expenses too. So we will try to go to need blind universities. Merit aid, merit means like depending on your achievements and academics, they give you partial scholarship, but they don't give you 100% scholarship for this. So to apply to financial aid, we have something called CSS profile. So we fill all the documents, um, we upload the documents, we fill the application, and like send it to uh, the universities we want to apply. Okay, now everything covered. The huge problem is visa, especially for the US. For the American universities, unfortunately, the visa is the biggest problem. So if you get accepted to the reality is if you get accepted to lower rank university and if you don't have a clear reason why you want to study at those universities, you will most probably get rejected by the visa. And there are a lot of things to do for the visa. It's also a very detailed process. But for American university, we apply to F1 visa, and there will be interview section. We will gather some necessary documents, and we will prepare for the interview. And the high chances are, if you get accepted to top universities, you will have lower chances of getting rejected by the visa. Okay, here are some tips and what every admit like try to do. Okay, here are some best tips. You can take a screenshot. You can write them down if you want. So the first thing is you have to apply early. So we have different deadlines, as you know. We have early action, or decision, regular decision, rolling admissions, right? Different deadlines. If you are confused, don't worry. We will cover them in our forum. So try to at least apply to early decision because that's when your chances will be higher compared to other deadlines. So another thing is you should have a clear narrative. Clear narrative is related to essays, so you have to develop one theme throughout your whole essays. Another is show don't tell. So show don't tell means is like in your essays you're not just telling I'm strong, I'm passionate, I am patient, I am this, I'm that. You're just showing them with examples and with stories. And you have to have something called a real passion project. So you're not doing it just for the sake of the universities. You're doing it for yourself as well. And again, for the uh, a great strategy is you don't want to be just limited with the top universities. You want to have diverse acceptance rated universities. So ideally like 12 to 15, don't go over like 20 or 15 because your focus would be scattered. So have a rich match safety school list so you can have much higher chances. And every admit that has been accepted to top university, they always work with mentor. So if you need any help, I'm here, so you can reach out to me as well. Okay, now let's talk about where to get the scholarship. Okay, so let's talk about the scholarship opportunities for Uzbeks specifically. As I said, you can go to top universities like Harvard, MIT, Yale, because they are all NEET blind. So they cover all your 100%, all your tuition fees, housing, and all the expenses. You can go to the top liberal art colleges in the US as well if you want. But if you don't want to study in the US, there are other international options for bachelor's undergraduate. For example, Türkiye Bursları, which I studied with, it covered all the expenses, even the ticket cost. And there is another one which is called Stipendium Hungaricum. It is a chance to study in the Europe for free, the same like this tuition fee coverage. And there is something called KAIST, like Global Korea Scholarship as well. But if you are talking about only Uzbek scholarships, government, we have something called Elyurt Ümidi. So with Elyurt Ümidi, everything would be covered, including the tuition fee, the expenses, and so on. Okay, now here's quick statistics about what students from Uzbekistan are doing and where they are studying. So, like, according to statistics from January to October 2025, like a lot of students from Uzbekistan they're studying in Russia, but the least they are studying in the US because it's so hard and not everybody is preparing well. You can see some statistics for these major countries too. Okay, just I want you to imagine one thing. Let's say in 9 months you are opening an email, like let's say you are putting a reaction video, and you are opening the email and you are seeing this message like, "Congratulations, you've been admitted." Boom. So try to put yourself in that situation. How would you feel? Everything is covered: the tuition fee, the housing, the tickets, medical insurance. Everything is covered. Just try to imagine how proud you would feel, like how, like what kind of feelings you would have, and what your parents would say, what your friends would say. How would you become so famous in Uzbekistan? So try to imagine this situation. So I'm introducing uh, Admit Atlas. So this is the program that I want to talk about today, because I've seen that a lot of students need direction, they need guidance, they need expert help, and they need good rigorous preparation. So that's why I'm introducing my Admit Atlas program. It is 4 month system that prepares you for the top universities, and it prepares you to get full ride scholarship to top universities. So in that, you would have a full application playbook. You will have country, major, university consulting, common app, all this application process, and you would have personal statements, essays, all this essays that are covered and that are taught by me personally. And these are not the prices; these are just values of them, by the way. And I would actually teach you personally how to do passion projects, depending on your fields. We will apply the financial aid and scholarship programs, and you would have weekly one-to-one feedback from me and on your essays and everything else. And other than that, you will have private access to the community of those who want to study at those universities. So this is just the program value. This is so much valuable that it's at $4,400, but it's not the price; it's just the value. So the other bonuses it has is you would have SAT consulting, you would have interview, you would have top admit cases, you would have content creation because in the application you have to also prepare for the personal branding, content creation. So all these are just coming as a bonus, and they are at this value. So consider this: you have all these things, and the value is in fact like $5,400, but if you go to the real prices, if you see the international programs, they are over $8,000. In Uzbekistan, the typical rate is like up to $3,000. But I'm offering this for 4 months, all things covered, for just $600. And it means just $150 for 1 month. You can pay. It is 90% on true value off. So you can get all these bonuses, all these programs for just $150 a month for 4 months, and you will have all these things that I said in the program. So if you do the work, to be honest, like even like from not knowing anything, you can get accepted to top universities, because that's from my experience and that's from my story. So this program is not basically so huge. It's very selective. And when I'm selecting students, I will look at their profile, I will look at their results, I will look at their motivation, I will look at their background, and I will choose the best students for this program. So I'm choosing only 10 students for the program, and the program is starting on the May 20th after 1 month. Basically, if you book the program this week, you will have this price like $150, like at this price fixed. But if you are booking later on, you might not have a seat, first of all, or the price might go up. So only 10 students will be selected, and this is the first program of Atlas Admin. So don't miss your chance. If you're interested, if you know anybody who needs help with that, you can refer to them. You can reach out to me. Okay, the only thing you need to do is just DM Atlas, like directly me on Telegram. My Telegram is no time for people. I will give you some consulting for free. I will tell you what to do, what major to choose. And if you're interested or if anybody needs the help, you can refer to them, and we can start the program. Just for $150. So what you will have at the end of the day is you will have all this, like you will realize that studying for 100% scholarship is totally reachable, totally possible. You would have all these 7 clear steps. You would have all this program that I said to you. So now, if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments, in the chat. Uh, Feel free to ask any questions. I will try to cover them. Okay, I'm writing it on Telegram too, so you can join. Okay. If you would have questions, you can write to me on Telegram too, or on the channel, or in this chat as well, in the comments. I will read them. I will respond to them later on if you would have questions. So here are my contacts. So this is my materials for SAT and admissions. You can join it through this Telegram link. This is my personal channel link. If you want more about me, about the things I'm doing, you can join this Telegram. Uh, I have also a YouTube channel where I put free content on SAT and admissions. I'm preparing more materials, hopefully. And this is my Instagram account. If you want to stay connected on a personal reach, we can get to know each other on this content. So if you want to know about the program or any help with any other thing, SAT or something, you can reach out to me on No Time for People. It is my Telegram DM. And here's my phone number if you want. And if you want to join for the program, just write Atlas or introduce yourself, and I would consider you. So yeah, here's the thing. All right, there are some questions. I want to cover them. So how to build good curricular activities in the short period? Okay, very good question. And a lot of students think that you need years to build activities. It is true. I mean, if you want to build excellent activities, yes, you need years. Let's say you have to prepare from third grade, fourth grade, right? But if you have direction, you can actually build a good profile. So I didn't go into extracurriculars too much, like in details. It would be the third webinar, which is after 2 weeks. It will be our focus. So, but I would give you a bit of a spoiler, let's say. So, how can we build good extracurricular activities? But we should know what extracurricular activities are good for the universities, right? So, we have different tiers for the extracurricular activities. The best one is, as I said, first is Olympiads, or let's say you want some prestigious awards. So, they are the best ones. But if you don't have them, which I think you don't have, you can go to Passion Project, which is a great one, because Passion Project you can build it in short period of time if you have direction. So Passion Project includes, as I said, if you want to study, let's say, business administration, the best one is building tech startup. So there are all. It's also included in our admissions course as well, by the way, like how to build startups, step by step, enterprise, how to develop it, how to, for example, get team, how to develop the marketing strategy for that, how to get their ideas, how to implement them, right? All these things. For example, this is just one, like how can I say, idea how to improve your extracurricular. Another is you can join some events. There are a lot of events, but these are not really, really prestigious for the activities, like maybe MUN events. But you shouldn't just join them. It's better if you organize those events. Let's say you are organizing TED Talk in your school, right? So you are officially organizing TED Talk in your school, and that's a great chance for you to show off your extracurricular activities. Another great thing is, I think, like research opportunities. You have to do research. And how you can do research, of course, it's up to your major. Let's say you want to study engineering, right? Let's be more specific, mechanical engineering. and you are doing some specific research on, let's say, how to improve automotive mobile industry, right? So something like this. You are doing research on that, and you need official like people to work on your research, right? You need official websites to publish. You need official people to work on. You need some guidance, expertise, right? And at that time, you gather the list of people whom you want to work with. Let's say some professors. Let's say if you're in Uzbekistan, the best research university would be, I think, Uzbeks University. What you can do is you will, if you go to their website, they listed the professor's emails, so you can cold email them, or if they have a number, you can cold call them, or if you want to really make a risk, like you can go to the university, find those professors, and talk to them. Or if you have a network, you can reach out to them as well. So these are some like chances for you. Another thing is what you can do in short period of time is what I included in my admissions program, which is content creation. So content creation is not just only Instagram or like Telegram building, but more specifically on YouTube. Because if you have a YouTube channel, which is very hard and which is very engaging, you can show your extracurricular as well, like that with the YouTube channel. So yeah, I mean there are a lot of things to do. I have tons of activities listed, but these are just some examples. Okay, so if I want to learn Atlas, that will cost $150. Yes, it will cost $150 for 1 month, and there are three times lessons for 1 month. So overall, 12 lessons every month, and it will last over 4 months till the admissions open. Is there any chance to get Hungarian scholarship with 1200 SAT and IELTS 7 plus? Your IELTS score is good, which is if it's 7 plus. But to be honest, the people whom I have seen got accepted to Hungarian scholarship. Uh, it's not only about their SAT, but I think if your SAT is like 1200, it's better to not include your SAT score. If it's like 1450 plus, like I think it would be better to include it. Otherwise, don't include your SAT, just include your IELTS and focus on the essays of Hungarian scholarship. Because I have a lot of friends who are studying that they don't have 1200 like SAT. But recently, my student who had 7.5 IELTS, I think, and 1250 SAT, he didn't get accepted to Hungary. Yeah, for 4 months, it would be $600. Is there any chance to get full coverage of study in China? Yes, there are. There are. For example, we have Hong Kong Technical University, right? You can get 100% scholarship to that university too. It's top, I think, 20 in the world. So yeah, there are full ride scholarships. But as I said, full ride scholarship, you need to do your best and prepare for the admissions and increase your scores. Do your best for let's say 4 or 5 months, and you will get a higher chance of getting accepted. And by the way, I have a list of universities which give full ride and who are need blind, so I will actually cover them later on too. How should I best build my portfolio to get into top university in US? As I said, you mean just portfolio? There is no like one size fits all, but I will tell you the logic. The logic is if you are unique, the more unique you are, the more differentiated you are from others, the higher chances you will have to get accepted to that university. Because guys, you need to understand one thing: like application, the admissions process, like it's competitive. You have a lot of competitors. So let's see the statistics. Like to let's say Harvard University, Harvard's acceptance rate for this year. Okay, Harvard has as of 2025 has 4.2% acceptance rate. So how many people actually applied? So you can see that for the class of 2029, like over 47,000 students applied all over the world, and only like 2,000 of them got accepted. So you can see the statistics right here, right? I mean, it's a competition. First, you have to understand, and what universities want is they want diversity, the top universities especially. So they want people from different backgrounds, from different strengths, let's say from sports background, they want maybe from Central Asia, right? So that's why you have to be kind of unique with the things you are doing. So for the portfolio as well, it's all up to the major as well. First of all, you have to show expertise in your major. You have to show passion in your major. So, for example, you have to include the top 20 books in your field, top people you know about your field, top projects you know about your field, top courses, top events, like all the things. We can actually do that in a short period of time compared to years of work, so we can increase our chances of getting accepted. And these are the things that I always suggest my students to do in the admissions. So, yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, you can write them. And after that, we will quickly wrap up. Okay. If you have any questions, we will write them here, or you can write them on Telegram as well. So this was it. This is just the first webinar. We will have the second and third webinars. This is just introduction to admissions. Second would be about essays, which is a huge part of admissions. Third webinar, which will be after 2 weeks, it would be about activities, how to build great portfolio, right? And so on. By the way, don't miss the chance of getting the Atlas admit. If you're interested or if you know anybody who needs help with that, you can refer to them. You can reach out to my DM. So yeah, that's it. So I thank you very much for your attention and time, and I'll be looking forward to seeing all of you in the next sessions. So thank you very much. Have a good day.